Hello, welcome to week 2 of 16-week training for either the Boulderthon full marathon or the Boulderthon half marathon. So I'm just going to go over this week's workouts because I'm sure there are questions. I hope your first week went well. I know sometimes it takes a little bit to transition into it. But let's get into it. So, this week, everyone from the intermediate to the advanced has on Tuesday or their first workout of the week has some sort of hill variation. So, you either have a 1600-meter bookend on either side with 5 by 2 minute hills, or you have a 1600 meter at the beginning or the end, or you have a 1K at the beginning or the end. But in any case, I'm going to explain what that means. So basically, let's start with if you have a 1600 meter at the beginning, and then you have 5 sets of 2 minute hills, and then you have a 1600 meter at the end. So what's going to happen is your 1600 meter is going to be at goal marathon pace, all right? So you should know your goal marathon pace. That should be runnable for 1600 meters. Try to pick a flat terrain. So like somewhere where it's either rolling or flat next to a hill. And then you're going to take 2 to 3 minutes after you do that, jog to the hill, take more time if you need to. I'm not too concerned. And then what happens is 5 by 2 minute hills. Every hill you want to get just a little bit faster, okay? So the first hill, let your body warm up. It's RPE of 6. You can stop at the top, take your time, jog down. Next one, RPE of 7. So that means you should get a little bit further. Stop, walk, jog down. Next one, RPE of 8, 8.5, 8.5, all right? Then you're just gonna jog down, get some water, maybe take a gel, and then your last 1600 meter, depending on what it says in your plan, in the advanced plan, it says at VDOT threshold or RPE 6 or 7, okay? So once again, you guys should just know your VDOT threshold. So for example, I will give you an example of my VDOT threshold. So I've run, and I am not in this shape right now, I've run 2:24 for a marathon. So I'm going to go find my threshold, 2:24:57. It's close enough. That's a 69 VDOT. So it's 5:16 pace for me. That's what my threshold pace would be. Now, keep in mind, I ran that at sea level. So if you're at altitude, if you are in Boulder, I would adjust, whatever, 10 to 20 seconds even, depending on what shape you're in. So that is going to be Tuesday's workout. All right, warm up and cool down just to make the mileage in the upper left hand corner. And then Friday's workout, once again, we're going threshold. Okay, so we're gonna go VDOT threshold or RPE 6 or 7. When you're in shape, when you're aligned with the correct goal, those should align well. But depending on your terrain, depending on the heat, depending on what shape you're in, if your goal is pretty ambitious, it might not align right now. But we're going to kind of tweak it and see what makes sense. So here's an example. Once again, my VDOT threshold, I just checked. It's about 5:15 pace. I'm at altitude. So that means for me, I want to make sure that I feel good in this threshold. So I'm going to back off to probably start at if I 5:30 pace is where 15 seconds I would back off. And if that's between 5:30 and 5:35 pace, I'm happy. And then if I progressively warm up and get faster throughout the threshold and feel good, that's way better than starting at 5:15 and dying or making it a max effort. So I encourage you to start out conservative. You've got plenty of time. We have 15 weeks. I would also consider really encourage you guys to make sure you're warmed up for this. So, look at the warm up, especially if you guys are in better shape, and you can add like either an 800 tempo or a 1K tempo after your warm up run, drills, strides, just to get that system going and make sure when you start your threshold you feel good. Please do anything anywhere from a 600 to 2x1K with 60 seconds recovery, nice and light. Okay, don't even worry about, I like to say, add it to the warm up so that no one worries about paces. So that it's just like no pressure, seeing how your body feels that day, warming up. All right, and that is the week. Everything else, easy mileage. Yeah, once again, if you guys have any questions, rise@rowhouserunning.com. And I hope you guys have a good week of training.